Welcome to what many consider. So here, Saul Canelo.
This bout is...
What a pleasure. And there's the bell to start round one. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. No rest for the weary. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. You can really feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much hype here in this arena.
You just see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Didn't land that jab. There's that counter shot. Can't find a home in that jab. Failing to score with that right hook. That counter shot lands. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, he cannot... Here we go for round two. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Those counter punches have to hurt. And he scores with the counter. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
You'd like to see more jabs. Beautiful counter shot. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Well done with that counter shot. Find a home for that jab. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Every second.
And there's the bell to start round three. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Watch and shoot. Perfect counter shot. He blocks that jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Miss with that jab. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. They exchange punches. Nice counter shot. They are giving us a high-tempo show. The jab doesn't quite connect. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, he is in big trouble here.
Right, Roy. For me.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That counter punch caught him clean. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept...
There's the bell to start round 5. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Both trying for a knockout. Do you believe what we are seeing? Beautiful powerful counter punch. The perfect counter lands. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Swing and a miss with the hook. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this... Let's start the sixth. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Nice counter. That left uppercut doesn't score. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Good counter punching. How about that time counter shot? Back and forth they go. These two fighters are made for one another. Swing and a miss with that hook. Ooh, punch, counter punch. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round. Here comes round 7. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. He can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Just misses with that jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice work to block that right uppercut. Good counter punch. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut.
What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. They get 1 minute between. And there's the bell for round 8. You've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Nice counter punch. Can they figure out the combination to this save?
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. Oh my word, Canelo just got clipped. What an upset here as Alvarez goes down. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
Where the...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Gotta waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee...
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight.